Welcome to SGS 304, Foundations of Cross-Cultural Awareness. This course was originally designed for students who are interested in studying or interning abroad with the goal of preparing them to maximize their time abroad by working towards establishing cross-cultural awareness and learning about the development of cultural competencies. An additional goal of the course is to help students better understand their own culture, which can be very helpful in beginning to understand that of the country to which they are traveling. Because of the variety of locations where students study or intern, the focus of the course is on culture general skills, not culture specific ones. Students will also gain career development skills to prepare them to apply to study abroad programs and related scholarships, and guidance on how to best utilize international experiences for maximum benefit and long-term career planning. My name is Dr. Kyle Rausch, and I am the instructor for this course and also serve as the Assistant Director for the ASU Study Abroad Office. I have spent the last 10 years professionally working in the field of education abroad. Some of the work I've done has included designing, in partnership with university faculty members, dozens of study abroad programs around the world. I also have served as the on-site assistant director for Florida State University's summer programs in Paris. I've been involved in coordinating visas for traveling abroad and even managed a U.S. passport acceptance facility. But perhaps most importantly for this course, I have been advising students like yourself on study abroad opportunities and encouraging them to think about how they can approach their experiences in a meaningful way that goes beyond simply being a tourist. As a student myself, I studied in France on 3 occasions and completed an internship at the British Parliament in London, so I definitely know the incredible opportunities and challenges that await you abroad. As this is an online course, there are a few important items I wanted to cover in this introductory video that will help you set up to be successful. First, it is very important that you plan to access the Blackboard site for the course multiple times a week. Checking it daily for new announcements and discussion board posts would be ideal. Simply logging in once or twice a week will not be conducive to being successful. Additionally, because there is no face-to-face interaction, email will be our primary form of communication. Accordingly, you should check your ASU email account daily and respond to any messages from me as soon as possible. In return, my aim is to respond to any messages from students within 48 business hours. I usually get back to students in less than 24 hours. Next, as this is a college-level course, I do take correct use of grammar and spelling into consideration when grading all written assignments. Please make sure to use complete sentences, proper grammar, and spelling in all assignments, including discussion board posts. If an assignment is littered with grammatical or spelling errors, then it runs the risk of receiving a failing grade. As the instructor, I'm available for office hours by appointment only, but I am usually able to accommodate a wide variety of times during the work week. I'm also happy to have appointments via phone or Skype. Students who need to schedule an appointment should contact me by my ASU email address listed on the syllabus. In online courses, we have to look at student participation differently than we do in a normal face-to-face class. Therefore, it is very important that all students demonstrate engagement in the Blackboard online learning environment. As an instructor, I can see how often students are logging into Blackboard and spending in each unit and with the course material. There will be several discussion board assignments throughout the course, and these are meant to replicate the participation and discussion that would occur in a face-to-face course. Therefore, it is important that you treat these opportunities to engage with your peers seriously and spend adequate time on crafting thoughtful posts and responses to your peers. Simply stating your opinion or that you agree or disagree with someone will not be sufficient. You will need to provide evidence from your own experiences, research, and the course readings and lectures to back up any claims you make. Furthermore, you should seek to really engage your peers in academic discussion on the content. Don't be afraid to seek clarity or politely challenge a classmate if you do not understand or share their perspective. Take care to use proper netiquette and show appreciation for others' points of view, but do feel free to ask questions to better understand your peers' positions. Due dates for all the course assignments are in the syllabus and posted online. In the event a due date needs to be changed, I will post an announcement on Blackboard and email you via your ASU email address. Assignments are due by the posted due dates, and a late penalty, as described in the syllabus, will be applied to all work submitted late. Technological issues preventing you from submitting your assignment will not be considered acceptable excuses for not submitting your work on time. You should plan ahead and not save your work until the last minute to prevent a technological issue from keeping you from meeting a deadline. Finally, I wanted to provide an overview of the key assignments that you'll be completing in the course. So if you have a copy of the syllabus handy, you can pull it out as we go through them. For most weeks, you will have a discussion board prompt and be asked to post an original post and then a response post to appear. These posts usually relate to a topic discussed in the course for that particular week, and you should use quotes from the readings or lectures to support your responses. Keep in mind the feedback I mentioned earlier about the importance of submitting substantive discussion board posts. There is an assignment called the Inventory of Cross-Cultural Sensitivity that you will complete. This is a 32-question self-report inventory that you will fill out and submit to me via Blackboard. It should take no longer than 15 minutes to complete. After it is submitted and reviewed, I will provide you with feedback about interpreting the results, but the inventory will measure your cross-cultural sensitivity across 5 major aspects. The hallmark assignment of this course is the cultural plunge activity and paper. A cultural plunge is an activity where you will place yourself in a situation or experience that is out of your norm and the places or situations you are normally in contact with. You will engage with those who you typically don't engage with, or observe a cultural practice that you typically don't witness. Examples of cultural plunges include attending a religious service of a religion that is not your own, going to a public talk with a speaker who has views that are wholly different from your stance on an important issue, volunteering with a community whose values, beliefs, and traditions are extremely different from your own. There are many more possibilities. There are 2 parts to this assignment. The first is a cultural plunge proposal. You will write a short 350-word paragraph that explains what you plan to do for your cultural plunge. Make sure to include the date, time, and place, and why you feel it qualifies as an appropriate cultural plunge. I will review all proposals and let you know if it is acceptable before you complete the plunge. The second part of the assignment is a 3-page minimum paper after you complete your cultural plunge. Your paper will be your time to reflect on your cultural plunge experience and should demonstrate critical thinking and thoughtful reflection about the experience. Questions for you to reflect on for the paper are included in the syllabus. Every year, students comment that this is among the most impactful assignments they have completed, so I really encourage you to push yourself outside of your comfort zone and challenge yourself with this assignment. Next, one aspect of the course is to help you think about how your international experience might be leveraged for your future career. Therefore, you will prepare an internationally themed resume and cover letter after reviewing some of the resources available in the course. Your resume will include your future study or intern abroad experience, or if you've already gone abroad, that experience. For your cover letter, you should also include a short paragraph about how your international experience could be helpful to the future employer and job you pick to apply to. Make sure to consult the career resources I've posted and structure these international pieces in your resume and cover letter as the examples do. The next assignment is the Discovering Your Core Cultural Identity and Values activity. There is a worksheet that you will download and complete. This is a personal reflection activity that will have you explore your core identities and values, and instructions for completing it are on Blackboard. You'll further explore this theme in the culture mapping assignment. Culture mapping is an exercise in discovering oneself, one's home culture, and one's host culture. You'll start by reviewing where you place your own personal values on the continua, and then think about and identify the dominant cultural values in your society. The final step is to hypothesize what the dominant cultural values will be in your host culture environment. Instructions are available on Blackboard. And finally, you will submit a final reflective paper. The goal of the final paper is to help students reflect on all that was discussed in the course, along with what was learned, by successfully completing the homework assignments. The 4-page minimum paper should synthesize all of the points listed in the syllabus for this assignment, as they relate specifically to the host country you will be traveling to for your internship or your study abroad program. If you are not going abroad, the paper should focus on a country or culture of particular interest to you. Hopefully that brief overview was helpful in preparing you for the work that you will be doing in this course. At any time, if you have a question about an assignment, do not hesitate to reach out to me after reviewing the syllabus and instructions on Blackboard. And with that, I leave you to start on the first unit of the course. I sincerely hope you enjoy the topics we'll cover together and look forward to learning more about you. Thanks.